I think we should be live now.
Oh, he looks like, well, they look like a sweetie pie.
I'll just look at pictures of the dogs for a second, guys. Don't worry. Now you put it up on the screen.
Oh, I've got loads of pictures of dogs. Mine specifically.
Yeah, that makes sense if it was just yours, yeah.
No, it's just random other people's dogs. I've just went round.
I just follow people around and find their dogs and then show it.
Yeah, his name is Caesar, by the way.
Oh.
He's only 2 years old.
Nice.
It's so cute.
And he's hyper as hell. Like, he likes to chew in your arm and everything.
My little girl, after she had her first heat, she just chilled right out, and she's like, it's so weird.
She said after she had her first what?
Heat.
Oh, heat.
It's a period for a dog.
I'm aware of what heat was. Yeah, it was more along the lines of, I think you said teat. I'm like, the hell's that? Right, hold on a second.
It's a nipple.
Yeah, that's what threw me. Right, hold on. Let's see if I can show the picture. Where did you put the dog picture?
Group chat.
It's in Facebook.
Oh, it's in the Facebook chat. Oh, hold on a second. I don't know.
The messenger one, yeah.
Oh, hold on. I don't know what to put. Can I put that in screen?
This is my cutie pie.
Oh.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's 14-month-old.
Oh, she's lovely.
She's a little gem.
Right, just to anyone who ever
That's
watches.
who you heard howling before.
Anyone that ever watches this, let's see if I can get the dogs up. I don't know how to do it. Come on, stupid computer. That's that. That's that. That's that. That's that. For some reason it won't let me put Messenger up. I don't know why. Oh, that's weird. All right.
Maybe because it's a private thing.
Probably, yeah.
Usually I can put anything on one screen. It's just a screen share.
I don't know.
Nah, hold on, put Messenger. No, sorry guys, I can't show you the dogs. Oh wait, I can.
Well.
Hold on, I think I can do it a different way. There we go.
My little girl does not want to be seen by the world.
Does your dog not want to be seen by the world? Okay. I'll just put the other dog.
I'm just kidding.
Sorry, I can't show them anyway because it's still not letting me do it. I don't know why. I even tried to open it a different way and it's like, nope. That's for
Do you
you.
know when people take pictures of the kids but they put like a face in front of it, like an emoji?
Yeah.
Do that with their dog.
Like that's gonna just not tell the world it's your kid.
I know, right? It's like, it's fair enough I can't see his face, but I see the rest of your kid.
It's like, why bother putting it up if you're not going to show me its face? Right. Okay. Behold my technical wizardry as I show you a picture of a dog. Boom. There. There's a picture of a dog. Anyone ever watches this? There's the dog. That took me ages to do that. Right, and Rachel's...
Look at that face, though.
Look at this little face. If you tuned in and we were sorry we're late, but there's a picture of a dog.
Where is it?
It should be. It's on the Twitch screen.
On the screen.
Forever known as the puppy of forgiveness.
Oh.
That's it.
Yeah, this is how I make people forgive me. Just like post pictures of dogs.
Just show them and say, look, behold.
It works.
I'm going to use that for future reference.
I'm sorry I've done terrible things. However, here's a picture of a dog.
Yes, Luna.
Don't know how. Oh, edit. Yeah, edits it. Oh, how do you do that? What's that? I don't know what that means. Okay. Right, and finally, there's a different picture of a dog whose identity has been hidden.
Protect her.
Wait, let me see. I want to see this shit. Just the ears.
Yeah, well, if you know, that's made the dog unrecognisable. Nobody could ever guess who that dog was now because
you're missing the cute, adorable eyes that make.
Well, yeah, I mean, but you know, we couldn't show the face. Those people might, I don't know, somehow track down the dog.
The eyes out.
Anyway, right. So, hello and welcome to this week's episode of Sanity Check and Friends D&D, where three people have kindly agreed to play D&D with us because nobody was playing with me and Rachel. And then the second this happened, we got 4 games in a row, and me and Rachel were fucking exhausted by Wednesday,
Yep.
which you could tell by the Demon Dogs game where we were both like this the whole way through the stream. Because it turns out it's really exhausting playing games every day of the week. Who would have
Yeah, we
thought?
did Friday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then that's 5 days, and then
Oh, it was so
Full
exhausting.
schedule.
Yeah,
yeah,
like I did not think it would be that hard to play games, but oh my god, it was so much. So yeah, we're not going to be doing as much as. What a weird complaint. Oh, I was so tired from having fun. But anyway, yes. So a week ago, we done some D&D stuff. I'll throw it to the group. Does anyone remember what the fuck we were doing last Sunday?
I punched
I
a troll
got
with balls.
notes.
Ooh,
Okay,
Who said you killed a troll because you did not kill a troll?
It didn't
No,
die.
it
It came back. Well,
Mhm.
it didn't come back to
I
life. It just
punched.
sort of regenerated.
You punched it until it went to sleep.
I punched the
right.
troll in the balls.
You did punch a troll and it's troll balls, yes.
I thought
It's
the troll
reached
balls-
fire.
I
I
thought
remember that.
I remember stabbing in the throat or something like that.
You did a lot of stabbing, you did a lot of kicking, you did a lot of punching, you did a lot of hitting it with things. However, as you remembered later on, as you kind of moved off, because you did take some hits yourself, trolls regenerate from any wounds unless they are burned once they are dead, which you did not do. It did take some fire damage during the fight, and its regeneration did switch off. But once it's down, you need to hit it quite a bit with some fire.
Which we didn't think of until later.
Yeah, until you
Yeah.
heard it make a noise later on.
We're so smart.
Well,
We
yes,
also exclude some villages.
Yeah, because we set up camp and then got ambushed, didn't we?
that's correct. So you did get a full night's rest. And Mary did get our wolf back. It had a little bit of a poking of the creatures that managed to capture it.
Just a
However,
little bit.
it was fine. Just to clarify, it was completely fine and was healed easily, and is now better than ever. If anything, it's better than it used to be. Right? Sanity Check Gaming does not condone animals being hurt, even pretend ones, unless it's really really appropriate and it's going to be like a really kind of emotional moment. But I don't think you'll ever let me do that. Yeah. So that happened. You then moved on through the woods. You found some survivors hiding in a cave. I believe it was 3 women and 2 children, and some sheep,
Yep.
which I forgot were in there until later on. So yeah, that happened. You spoke to the women. They gave you some information about the village. Do any of you remember what the information you were given was?
There
There
was
was
a
a
witch shaman who was in control of the troll. There was kobold.
There was the Crab King thing that
Yeah.
was taken over by the mage.
Yeah, the
Taken-
druid tamed
Has
it.
taken prisoners.
I've written a druid tamed it.
That's correct. Yeah, the Kraken.
Oh, the crab helps the people in the village.
Just a second, Richard's just let me know you guys are right quiet. Richard, I've just turned them up. Can somebody do a check 1 2 to see if you guys are up a bit?
Hello, hello, hello.
1, 2, test.
Ba, 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 ba.
Testy, testy. 1, 2, testes.
Check, check, check,
Yeah,
check,
1
check
2, check 1
in.
2. Yep, there's definitely 2 there.
Is there
Uh,
any
Bingo
there?
check.
Check 1, 2, testicles. 1, 2.
I could actually quite easily just
One,
unmute
two.
myself.
Wait
One,
for me. Does that work now?
Yeah.
Wait for me.
You're far too
Too
loud.
much.
If anything, you are too loud now, but okay, that's fine. I can hear you over myself. Ugh. Okay, anyway,
Damn it.
So, where were we? So, yeah, you met the women, you met the sheep, you met the little kids. You did mention the Crab King there. Who mentioned the Crab King? I'm going to
Yep.
say, I think Mary might be the MVP of this because she seems to consistently remember how to play D&D, which is pretty good.
Hey,
Rachel,
That
I
is
took
not
notes.
true.
I,
Exactly.
Anyway.
Rachel's more organized.
Okay.
Lee, I
She
hate you
picked me
right
up
now.
last week when I'd forgot our dog existed. Like, thank God she done that because that's a real issue. So I like it when people take notes.
I'm just having you.
It's okay. And Rachel, you do not play D&D. You also know how to murder hobo your way through most stories I put you in. Lose points.
Not true. I killed no one last week. In fact, I saved everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wait,
That's
that
true.
might.
That is true.
Yeah.
Hers was the only character that didn't incite any violence.
Yeah.
That's a,
I think the
a
Kobold
full
and the
week without
Jelly
murder. Well done.
Thank you very
was gonna
much.
traumatize Callum's monk as well by
And
flattening
on
it and
Tuesday of our last D&D game, I did no violence when you all thought I was going to attack them.
we tried actively to make you do violence and you didn't. I was very impressed.
You were egging me on. I was like, nope. I'm going to
I'm
threaten
guessing
them
from how
instead.
it is. I'm guessing from how it is, like treated like an achievement. I guess it is a big deal.
Yeah. It's happened more than once. However, we really like it when it happens because it's very, very funny.
I tend to get characters like you guys possibly killed or in danger.
It's like, you
So
see
it's
the Ralph
possible
Wiggum
your
meme that's
character
like,
may
"I'm in
die
danger."
because of me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very.
So, Rich, do you want to help this person? No, they can do it themselves.
No, it's like,
Is
I
there a
could
mod
heal
to
them,
put
but I
distance
could
things?
punch something instead. Anyway, that's fine. So you know about the Crab King. I will say that you're now on the horizon. You have travelled through. You did also notice that there was. I found out their name. It is an unkindness of ravens that are following you, not small dried out grapes. Actual birds.
Raisins.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unkindness of ravens. You've seen them around. They're not always specifically following you, but there's a lot of them around, and they do seem to be kind of keeping tabs on you. And they seem to be a lot more than there should be. And I believe he's worked out that there was some kind of a shaman or druid
Yes.
that's perhaps
Mm.
controlling them.
Or raisin tree.
Or a raisin tree, yes. The magical raisin tree is sending flying raisins after you.
That's canon.
Callum,
Magical
the
raisin
raisins
tree.
are after us.
Callum, disadvantage on all attacks during the stream.
Oh,
Not at all. Right, yeah, so cool. So
I've wrote that down. Magical raisin tree.
See, she
and in a
That
couple of
is
weeks that's going to
insane.
make no sense.
I was going to say the exact same thing. Yeah, next week you're like, so did we come across a magical raisin tree of some kind? Well, like,
was that a magical racist tree?
oh my god! I'll tell you this right now. I'm not voicing the magical racist tree. No.
You just said racist tree.
So did he, and that's why I said it because that's very
You
funny.
said, I thought,
But I'm not doing it.
no, don't do a racist tree. Do not do that.
I'm just glad you didn't say a magical
Unless
rabies
it's
tree.
racist against like apples and oranges or something, you know, just like some kind of
Fruit
fruit-based
Okay,
racist.
let's move on.
Racist against
Pesky
different
pears.
fruits.
Hey, you Bertrude.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Well, I was trying to think of a way around it, and I was like, that's the only thing that makes it that I feel it wouldn't immediately get me cancelled or doxed or something. Is I was just like, haha, yes, it was racist against like pineapples.
Yeah, like oak trees are bitches.
Birch.
He hates
When the
redwoods.
pineapples.
Famously racist trees or oak trees, yes. Also, I think
Goddamn
Christ, very
redwood.
bushes. So anyway, where are we? Christ, yeah. So you make your way through the forest. Now this is where you guys get to do your thing. Oh, actually, no. So I suppose I should introduce you as well. Callum, what's your character's name and who is he? What is he?
My character's name is Bernard Soulhunter. He is a monk, waveless sun, and he barely escaped death last session. Like, he was down to 6 HP. Like,
That is a fairly common thing to happen to monks. Monks are very hit and run in these games, but you did well, mate. Level 1 to 3 can be a bit risky because if you get hit hard, you can go down. That's kind of the point. Okay, James, who are you and what's your character called? And what are they?
Lamb James Piper, and I play an elfin rogue named Warren. I don't know if you got one from there. And I'm part of a brother sister duo here. So
There's
yes,
a family situation going on. Maddie, what's your
Yeah.
character's called? What's your character called? And what do they do?
So my character's name is Alice. She's a tiefling ranger, and she just sort of wanders the wilds, does a bit of hunting, works as a bounty hunter, and joined this band of happy rogues and miscreants to find out what's going on in the village.
Rochelle, what's your character called and what do they do?
My character is called Willow. She is the sister of James's character Warren. Did I say that right?
yeah.
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 And she is a wizard. Never played a wizard before, so
Still
getting
alive.
used to
Very
it.
good. And Ross, who are you and what's your character do?
My character is Horgrim Hammerslag. He's a half-orc barbarian, strutting about with 2 hammers, a knife, and he basically kills anything he doesn't like or anything that tries to kill him. He can't eat or drink.
He's a slag.
Yes, hammer
Basically,
slag. His hammer isn't
he's a
a slag.
slag.
Okay.
Oh, don't forget, you got a spear now.
He does indeed
Oh,
have a spear.
right, I do.
Yeah, that's beer.
He took a spear
Yeah, spear
from
as
the
well.
troll. A crudely
Oh,
made
yeah.
spear. Yeah, so you have one of them. Okay, so that's what's happened. Yous have up. Yous have you spent the night in the cave. Yous have healed. So if you have any damage or you've lost any spell slots, just replenish everything. I'll say that you've made your way through the woods. Now you have seen the ravens that I talked about. Do you want to deal with that in any way? I would say there's a shitload of them. So, that technical term, shitload. So, if your answer is going to be, we kill all the ravens, I'm going to tell you that's going to take some time.
Yeah, I don't think we can kill them
I
all.
think I'm just going to leave them be, but keep an eye on them from the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
Or we could ask the ravens some questions. See if they squawk at us. Does anyone understand Raven?
Anyone
I don't understand Raven, but I do have animal handling.
Hmm.
So I could
I
try
don't
and
think
get them
that'll
on
help.
site.
Wait, what is it? Speak to creatures or
Speak to
what's
animals
that?
is a thing. There's like
Yeah.
there's like a million.
I don't have that
things.
though. You've got to be higher level.
I think the most likely one to have it
It'd
was
be
going to be the ranger who's not mentioned it, so I'm going to assume doesn't have it.
No, I've just got animal handling.
It's fine.
So she's easy to talk to raisins.
Yeah. Talk to
Yeah.
fruit.
So she's
Talk
easy
to
with the
plants
raisins.
is actually a spell, so I mean, you could talk to raisins if you met them. What I would say is not telling you guys how to play, but you do have a specific skill that would
Speak
perhaps
to
hide you
raisins.
from things if you were trying to move away from them. You do have a tree line to hide under as well. No,
Okay.
nobody wants to use stealth. Okay, that's fine. Just gonna.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I was writing
I could
speak to raisins
I could
down.
use
What
stealth,
did
like-
you say?
If you want to do a stealth trick to kind of like hide from them, like using clever means, perhaps.
Oh, so try to.
Perhaps like dressing yourself up like a bush, or just staying under the trees, or being really sneaky. Like you could do that.
I'll just
Yeah.
crawl.
I'm stealthing that, yeah.
Right. If
Yeah, I'll
you all
stealth
want
as
to
well.
Stealth, this will be a stealth check. It'll be a group stealth check for anyone who wishes to try it, or up to you
Okay.
guys how you do this. I'm not telling you how to play.
We'll just do group. I got a 16.
Nice.
I got 17.
15.
11.
The human is not particularly stealthy.
And the barbarian, the large weapon-covered barbarian, who I very kindly not imposing disadvantage on.
2 seconds.
See, so far you've got 3 successes, so unless you get a crit fail, mate.
You got an 11.
11, okay. Yeah, you have a bit of a think about it, and you like muddy yourselves up, anything bright or shiny, you rub dirt on to kind of like hide them. You try and pick a path that has no open spaces amongst it, and you stick to the trees as far as you can. And you notice as the morning wears on, the ravens, it's hard to tell whether they're actively searching because they're birds, but you don't see any after an hour or so. It looks like you've managed to kind of lose them. But yeah, you make your way through the trees, you follow the directions that the villagers gave you, and you eventually kind of come to a break in the tree line where you can see out into some kind of grasslands and a bay and the ocean beyond it. And indeed, the village that you're heading towards is on the horizon. I'll say by this time it is by maybe midday, 1 o'clock, something along those lines. How would you like to proceed?
I could go in and stalk the place out.
Yeah.
We could go somewhere a bit higher and just like observe from afar.
Yeah.
Think of a strategy.
We're going to attack during the day, weren't we? Because they attack during night, and we were going to surprise them, but that wouldn't have worked. You can just attack.
I'm gonna send the wolf to do a scout round the edge
Yeah,
of the
should
village.
we?
I don't want to see
Lee,
a target just yet.
Can I cast?
Maddie, what did you say? So I didn't catch it.
I'm tempted to send the wolf to do another scout round the outskirts of the village, see what we can see.
Absolutely fine, yeah. I will say that you can, if you wish. Okay, hold on a second, that's not-
I was going to do that as well, but I can go around the other side of the wolf.
What I'll say, so what can you do, Jim?
I was going to do the same. I was going to go and do a bit of scouting, but I can do the same thing and go the other side.
Right, I'll tell you what, anyone who's proficient in stealth, who's proficient in stealth?
Me.
Anyone who's proficient in stealth can do a scout of the area with advantage. Because you've got outfits or dressed as bushies, whatever.
Can I use Find Familiar? And my familiar is going to be an eagle. So my eagle's going to scout from above. Can I do that?
Is there any limitations on what your Find Familiar can be, Rich?
It says bat, cat, crab, frog, hawk. I'll use a hawk.
Hawk, right, that's fine. The reason I was asking because eagles tend to be kind of strangely powerful in this game, so I thought.
I'll just use a hawk.
Hawk's fine. So just cool. So mark off the spell slot for that. A hawk turns up. There's a hawk. Cool. It lands on your shoulder, all kind of regal like. Can you communicate with it in telepathic fashion?
It acts independently of me, but it always obeys commands. In combat, it rolled well. If the familiar, okay.
I got a 20 on my stealth, by the way.
Nice.
While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through the familiar's eyes and hear what it hears.
Now, is that only within 60 feet, or does this
100.
100 feet of you?
It's 100.
Right, I will say that 100 feet, the village is more than 100 feet away from you. But you did say you can kind of communicate with it, is that right? Sorry, I missed that bit.
Yeah, yeah.
If you want to kind of just say let's scout out and then come back, you're free to do so.
Yeah.
Right, okay, we will come back to you. Jim, what did you do? What did you roll?
20.
Right, okay. So you head off in a direction and you look around for things. You are very careful though, so it's slow going. Unless it's going to take you some time. During this time, Mary will also go and do her thing as well. So you move off through the tree line and you go quite a distance, avoiding any kind of loud noises you hear, assuming it's going to be patrols. You see a couple of things. You see a building that's outside the palisade. So you've got the village and the palisade, and then outside it there seems to be some kind of structure. And as you're moving along, let's see what. I need to make sure I do this bit right, guys, because it is like a thing. You get quite close to the village, and you see that there's a drawbridge that would come down across the moat. The drawbridge looks very heavy. You don't see many creatures going along the top of the palisade. You do see a few kobolds every now and again, but they seem to hurry their routes. They don't like being out in the sun, and it's almost like they're trying to walk as quickly as they can, almost at a run, to just get out, spend a few minutes looking out, and then they go straight back under cover. You notice that the areas they go back into, these shutters are down, and they've been wrapped up in some kind of hides or whatever to kind of keep it darker inside. They don't appear to do well in the sun. As you're kind of circling it, you do see at one point a small hut outside the palisade with a kobold comes out and he throws something into the water, and you see a large claw come out and then goes back into the water. And then the kobold goes back inside.
So there's crabs and the boat and the drawbridge. Can they pull that up, or is that?
The drawbridge itself looked very heavy. You'd have to get close to actually work out what you could do with it. But just based on your knowledge of drawbridges being big, that one looks real big and real heavy.
Yeah.
And then
it's one of those stone mechanisms, and they could raise it. That was all, but I can't see that there. Fine.
You would have to get real close. That'd be another stealth check, and there would be opposing perception checks to see if they see it at that point. Is it now
Yeah,
you're
I'm
staying at
not.
distance?
Yeah, I'm not going to risk that. So if that's all I can see, then I'll come. I'll go back and relay that information.
Okay, well, while you're doing that, Mary, you head the other direction. You kind of skirt the other side of the wood, and this actually takes you down to the beached area. You see the river on the far side that you knew was coming in. Then there's the moat that kind of runs across the front of the village, which is what the bridge goes across. And then you see a kind of beached area. And during the kind of the height of the sun, when you kind of deduce that the trolls and the kobolds are less active, you see a man kind of scurry out onto the beach. And it looks like he's trying to find something. He wades out into the water a bit, and then he almost looks frustrated. Hard to tell at this kind of the range you are from him, and he kind of hurries back and he goes and hides in like some nearby kind of caves that are just off the kind of mountain range. Just some caves that are hidden there. You don't see anything else, so.
Okay. Is there anything that I can hide behind, sort of near the shoreline, where I can try and approach this guy without being seen?
Absolutely, yeah. There's large boulders, there's bushes, there's little areas with trees in it. As I said, you have camouflaged yourself in such a way that you could definitely move from place to place. You know, the sun's at your back, that kind of stuff. You know, you're a ranger, you know what you're doing here. I'll let you roll a stealth check at advantage to try and approach this guy.
Come on. $26.
That's not quite
So, yeah, this guy does not see me coming at all.
This man does not see you coming. That is absolutely fine. Okay, so I'm going to say you make your way towards this guy. Now, let's make sure I get this right. No, that's not what I wanted. This guy has a name. Where is he? Okay, here we go. So yeah, you make your way towards the kind of cave system, and you go over, and it looks like they aren't particularly deep at all from what you can see. It looks more like it's just been like erosion, and it's just kind of hollowed out some kind of cave area. You move towards it, you slip inside, and indeed you kind of find an old man kind of huddled in the corner with a very small fire to kind of heat himself. His back's to you, and he's just kind of heating his hands against it. He's got some kind of just homespun kind of clothes on him. There's some kind of supplies lying beside him, a long pole, a couple of bags of who knows what. He's got a fisherman's hat on. Yeah, just kind of dropping his hands.
Okay, I'm gonna make a noise so that he hears me, so that I don't frighten the utter life out of him, and just sort of tell him to stay calm. Just ask him what the heck he's doing in this cave.
Oh no! He pulls out a fisher, a small knife. It looks like a kind of gutting knife. It's not a proper weapon. This is just somebody packed. He looks over and he sees. She's like, Are you with the trolls?
No, not with that scum at all. I'm here to find out what's happened to the village, and I'm just going to put my hands up as a sort of like, I'm not here to hurt you. Like, no weapons.
He looks at you, kind of like athletic, armoured, kind of rangery type. He kind of like
horns, tail, yeah.
Tiefling's like, he kind of looks down at his knife and kind of like puts it down. And I was like, all right, yeah, they came a few days ago. I'm trying to get to my boat so I can sail up the sea bit and try and get some help from one of the neighbouring villages. Can't get to it. I'm not the swimmer I was. It's went out too far.
How far out has the boat gone?
If you want to go out and look at a perception check, you can have a look.
Hmm. 18.
Plenty, yeah. So you kind of go out and he kind of points over and he shows you there's an area just off the kind of the cove, the way it's set. You can actually see the boat bobbing there. About maybe 40 feet out. A decent swimmer. Anyone that's like fairly athletic could get out to that. Maybe not the old man, but yeah, you can get to that.
How big is the boat?
It's a small fishing boat. You maybe get 3 people in it tops.
Like a rowboat-sized kind of fishing boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Could you get it? And I'll travel up straight. They'll send help in a few days.
Yeah, I can attempt to get it. Stay here in the cave where it's safe for now. I have my wolf outside the cave. He'll help guard you in case anything comes in or tries to come in.
Okay.
He'll give you at least warning if something unexpected turns up.
I've been safe here. They've not came looking for me yet. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you kind eyes the wolf suspiciously. It's like, all right, it's a wolf. But yeah, if you want to try and go out, I'll give you 2 options. You can pitch your way across the rocks. It looks like he didn't want to go this way because they were very slippery rocks. And a man of his age is like, I'm just going to fall off and go straight into the water. Or you can try and swim out.
I'm going to pick my way across the rocks because that's less effort and it'll conserve any energy.
That's a good call. What I would say is, yeah, basically if you're swimming out, it's going to be an athletics check. And if you want to go across the rocks, I'll give you it as a dexterity check. So what would you... Probably dex is best for you, I'd assume then?
Yeah.
Give me an acrobatics then. So acrobatics, this is just you try to stay on your feet and get across to this, and then there'll just be like a short kind of a bit to get to the boat itself.
I got 20.
easily and stylishly, you get across the rocks, and you manage to kind of I'll say that even you had a bit of rope, the hook, and you managed to get it on, and you managed to pull the boat, and you quite stealthily managed to drag it back to you. Again, the sun's quite high at this point, and it appears they've not been paying too much attention to this area, otherwise they'd have probably found this guy. But yeah, you managed to drag it back into the kind of shallower bit of the water, and he says, "Oh, thank you so much. This is wonderful. I'll leave soon before they become more active, and I'll roam up to the next village and get some help sent. What do you plan to do? Do you want to come with me?"
No, thank you for the offer, but my friends and I are here to try and rescue the village. I'm going to go back to find my friends, but if there's any information you can tell me about how many there are that attack the village, or any information at all you could provide, I would be eternally grateful.
Oh, attack, I've seen at least 4 or 5 of the blue ones, and they seem to be under the command of the woman blue thing, Trollkin, maybe some kind of troll. Then there's the big one. I've not seen him since the initial attack. I think it's maybe some kind of ogre. I think he's in charge, and then there's dozens of the small dragon monsters. They appear to be scared of the bigger ones. It's all I've seen though.
And this woman who controls the monsters, is there anything you can tell us about her?
I'm sorry, no, she seems to... She doesn't seem to be too interested in the little monsters. She seems more concerned with the others. I haven't got very close, but it's almost like she'd rather not be here.
Had you heard any names being mentioned or anything like that?
I don't speak the language, no. Just sounded like noises, like choking and grunting.
Am I able to, from that, detect what language it is?
Yeah, based on that, give me a straight intelligence check.
Yeah, I do not have great intelligence.
I will say that based on what he said, it's like some kind of troll language. I mean, I don't know, goblinish, something like that. They all kind of speak similar types of language, but They tend to speak common, but it would make sense if they were shouting at each other during a battle. They wouldn't want people to know what they were saying, so they would use their kind of one version of it. A lot of it's like through gesture, as well as like kind of like the grunting noises. So like 90% of it might be waving their hands about, and then they make the noise, which is like, okay, go over there and attack that guy. But based on what you've known in the past, that's what it sounds like to you anyway. What I'd say next is, I think
The good news is, if it is in Goblin, I actually speak Goblin. So
that's cool. I'm just going to trigger this right. 2 seconds. Not it. Oh, that's not it. Here we go. I did hear one word that they seem to call the woman Wormwood.
Wormwood. Okay.
They spoke it almost like with fear. It would be the noises, and then they would say Wormwood, and when she approached, they would kind of like avert their eyes. But I've not got any closer. I was hoping perhaps I could have got the Sea King to help attack, but they seem to have subdued him.
Well, thank you for the information. Now, I do recommend getting your boat as quickly as possible and heading to the nearest village.
Thank you. Oh, one other thing. This Sea King is a greedy bastard. I've noticed that the kobolds aren't feeding him as much as he likes to eat. Perhaps if you... I'm not a fighter, but perhaps if you can get close, you could maybe give him something or convince him to fight on your behalf.
I'll take that into consideration. Thank you.
Right, I'm going to leave as soon as I can. Good luck with your adventure. And he kind of wades out and starts drawing. Surprisingly good at rowing, but you reckon that's just from decades of doing it. This guy's like, get the fuck out of here! And off he goes, and like within 10 minutes or so, he's round the cove and he's disappeared. You don't hear any noise or anything, like horns of anything, so yeah, seems to have escaped. And with that, you can return to your companions.
Yep. I'm going to go back and I'm going to relay all of the information that the old man has given, including the name Wormwood, and also the numbers of estimated trolls, goblins, and kobolds that may be there.
Absolutely fine, cool. And what do you guys have to say about this? Do you wish to take time to plan?
I can't do
The
it.
blue ones. That was what we said, yes?
Sorry?
Did they... Okay, I'm going to ask Lee, did they say something about blue ones? Is that what we said?
The blue ones are the trolls. You've met a troll already, that was the blue one. So there's between 4 and 5.
That's quite a few trolls, yes. Mm-hmm.
That is a few trolls, and as you remember, that troll was pretty hard to put down. It was pretty tough. And they've got 5 of them.
Yeah, that's going to be...
We need to get the Sea King on our side.
Going to be a challenge. Hopefully it's not all in the same place.
I mean, if someone here knows fire...
There's also a crab with that's coming out the moat the other side when I went round.
So swimming in there is not going to be fine other than the smell.
No.
Also, the Sea King you just mentioned. Maybe we should go visit him, give him some food and my help.
Yep.
That's quite a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Who's up for some hunting? See what we can find.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what took you guys so long?
Time for
Me and
dinner.
him got bored, and we decided to do each other's self-portraits.
I like the idea that you get back there, yeah. Rossi's character's lying on the couch, painting like one of your French ladies.
I did wonder why you were concentrating so hard there, Callum.
Oh.
I mean, we have to do something while you were all stealthing.
Yeah. So yeah, you spend some time. Now I'm going to say this is all taken a few hours, so I'm going to say time is drawn on. This is about 4 o'clock, so we are drawing into evening time. Now luckily, It's middle of the year, so the days are kind of long, but by about 7 it's going to be getting dark, and the sun is starting to wane a little bit. How do you want to proceed?
Do we know where the Sea King is?
James does.
I did say that I was saying that there's a likely CK might be living in the moat, the other side. I think you say there's a wee shack or shed or something like that.
There was indeed. You had the palisade for that, you had the drawbridge, and there was actually a shack. Now, interestingly enough, I have a map for this. So
I think we should go there. I don't think it's wise to stay still at night, especially if they're prone to attack. So, probably a good idea
the
to
sooner
go
the
there.
better. Yeah, the sooner the better.
Agreed.
Let's make sure I get this right. So I would say this is on. Let me just get this right. Give me a second. I've got so many things open. Is it up there? It's the first maiden. I'm going to turn it down lighting off because it never works. Well, it does actually, just I'm bad at doing it.
It's fine. Fine.
Okay, reveal, there we go. Yeah, okay, and right, I should put this on now, and it should change for you all. Right, can you see the village of Njargenstal?
Nope.
Nothing.
wait.
Oh, wait.
Something changing.
Yes, I can see the outside of it, yes.
Okay.
I just see a giant pixely thing just slowly loading.
Yep, that is correct, yes. That is exactly what you'll see until it loads, but it will load.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, mine's is just loading.
Yeah, don't worry, it'll be there in a second.
Mine actually loaded for
Oh,
a change.
yeah, it's loading.
Yeah. Anyway, it'll pop up. So anyway, that's the outside of the village. What you see is on the south side, this area here, Jim, this is where you went. As you kind of, you've seen the drawbridge in the north, the kind of shack, which was over here, that was some kind of outbuilding. And then down this side here, that is where you've seen the claw come out the water. I would say that the it's not on the map, but the where is it gone? The hut they're feeding from was about here.
Okay. I would say we should go towards the hut and well, see King's there.
Yes.
And I did see one person coming out the hut and feeding it. So
Maybe we should feed the person to the Sea King.
Jesus.
Oh, I like that.
Oh no,
I like
listen
that
guys,
idea.
listen.
A little
The Sea King's
dark.
hungry and there's a bad guy, may as well just,
Yeah.
2 in 1.
I actually
Yeah.
like that thinking.
yeah,
Yep,
that's
agreed.
okay.
efficient.
Kill a couple of them. Like, kill a couple of kobolds and feed them to the Sea King.
Okay,
Lure them out.
Yeah.
Lure them out, knock them in the moat, munchy munchy, happy happy.
Uh-huh.
I'll leave
Was
that
it
to you guys because
kobold?
I'll take one of them again.
Was it a kobold I saw?
It was a kobold that you seen run out. Now, what I will say is this is fairly close to the village, so there will be perception checks going against you because they will run out every now and again and look for it. If you want to try and do this, absolutely fine. I will say I need either a group stealth check or, and basically I'm going to be going off the average of the group. We'll work out the average of what you get, and that is what they'll be looking for. So, is that what you want to do? You want to try and get close?
I'm game.
Yeah, I rolled a 17.
Nice. Stealth checks off everybody.
Give me a sec. because everything.
I
in
got
the site is just
14.
like
Okay.
22.
Good.
19.
Okay, so 22, 19, 17, and what did you get, Manny?
14.
14, okay. And Ross?
Oh, I'm right for gold there.
He originally rolled a 19 and keep rolling for some reason.
Keep rolling.
Well, it's a 19.
Since the 19, he's rolled 4, 6, and 5.
Right, I'm going to take the 19 because that's the first thing you rolled. What is your plus to your stealth, though, Ross? Do you remember? I can look it up if you don't.
Just checking the character sheet just now. Let's see. What does it say?
It'll be in the. I'll have a look for you 2 seconds.
That's fine. I need to get a computer.
Your plus, I mean, to be fair, mate, 19 is going to do it anyway, because, I mean, you're plus 2 at stealth, mate, so you're fine. Alright. I'll give you 2 seconds, actually, Ross, because I've noticed something with your character, and you guys are all level 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't he do level 5 or something by accident?
Yeah, he's level 7 now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you just say level 7?
It's cool, don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah.
I'll make
Can
you
I go level 7?
No, because you will slaughter everything in this village without bothering with stealth, or make us all level 7.
It's okay. I got it.
I would like to be level 7.
At least I'm
It's fine, I actually meant to fix it. I forgot all about it until I was like, oh yes, I was going to fix that. Never mind, we'll sort it in a minute. Anyway.
Is anyone still having issues with the map? Because mine's is still coming up with a... Oh no, it's fine.
See if you just reload
It
the
should
tab,
have
sometimes
mostly
it fixes
black and then white on the outside.
Yeah, it was part of
Yeah.
the white part was missing. Like that, the
Yeah, it's
entire
just because-
bottom section. But I've just hit refresh and now it's come up.
Yeah, it does that
That's kind of
sometimes.
sort of
Roll 20,
C-shaped.
something's a bit funny. Anyway.
Yeah, because mine's just all black and blocky.
It will be black and blocky, mate.
Nice.
There should be some white bit. Honestly, don't worry about
Scroll
it.
out.
He's not going to be
I see
fighting
the
on
one.
it. I will describe it to you. So, again,
Right, so
there's
I see the
Ocean
white bit,
Moat
yeah.
River. Usually on the south side of the village, there is a small hut. And I say a small hut, but I mean, you could maybe comfortably fit 5 people in there and uncomfortably fit 10. Do you have a question, Callum?
Oh, no, sorry, I was just about to.
Just okay, that's cool.
Knock, knock, who's there? Knock, knock, is anyone home?
Absolutely don't do that. Right, that's a terrible idea.
So much for stealthing.
Right, so with your, I'm going to say that your average there was probably going to be about 19. Pretty good. I will give a perception check to somebody.
Don't ever see us coming.
Let's have a look. It will be a kobold here somewhere. That's weird.
Well, gone, that's fine.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's fine. I'll just look up a kobold. It's fine. I have kobolds. They're pretty terrible at perception, to be honest, guys. So you should be fine. Should be fine.
Oh.
Roll a natural 20.
Right, the perception is Jesus. It's so low. Okay, some -2. Jesus.
No problem.
Is it like 8 or something?
Yeah, it's horrific, and it's at disadvantage because it's during the day. Okay, they got a 10, which, to be fair for them, is not bad. Just for funsies, so I'm gonna do something else as well. Sure, we'll talk about it later. No, not that guy. No, not that. What the hell is it? Control command. There we go, that's what I wanted. They get it. Oofed. You've done well there. Okay, cool. So yeah, you approach the door. I'll say that he's kind of come up from south. He's again, are darting from place to place. You are helping each other. You are keeping to areas where they shouldn't be able to see. You are keeping low. You are doing all the things you should do to get somewhere without being seen. You approach the hut.
Is there a window Let's see where anyone in.
There is a window, but it's been boarded up
Right. Okay.
because they like the dark.
Yeah.
You could use those things on the side of your head, though.
We could rip those boards off. Very quietly, just.
What would you like to do? You've approached.
Does your familiar have to be the same every time?
Oh.
Yeah, if you want to get a different familiar, you go right ahead.
Actually, no, that would be another spell slot.
I was gonna say, are you going to use all your spell slots for this, really?
No, I've. Okay.
I will say that any one of you could approach this now and have a bit of a listen if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm tempted to
Who's
go
got
and
good
have a listen.
perception? Oh, I've got +4. Shit. Should two of us go and look? Listen, even?
I got +4 perception, I think.
Yeah, me too.
So pretty good.
Let's go look.
Yep, I'm gonna tiptoe up.
Okay, absolutely fine. Right, so whoever's going to go up, you go up. I'm going to say that's covered by your previous stealth, so you're absolutely fine. Because they've made it all the way to the door. Roll me a perception check. So
17.
Just so I'm aware, who actually went up? The three of you go up, or just how many folk went up?
Oh, wait. Who's gone? Okay, I won't have gone up.
I'll come with you.
Two have.
Okay, it's just that there's a big difference between three of you going up and one. Like,
I was gonna. Didn't want.
Right.
I'll stay back.
You stayed back. Callum and Mary went up. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fine.
I'll stay back as well. I could
That's-
see my big orc with hammers.
The 8 foot tall orc sneaks up on his tiptoes.
Can
Yeah.
try and speak to the Sea King.
Well, I will say that you can try and speak to the sea. That would involve you walking by the house where you're supposed to do, going to the water and being like, "Hello, Sea King." So maybe wait a moment,
Yeah.
right? So
Okay.
I just want to be completely clear. So Callum went up and Mary's both went up. Mary, did you roll?
Yeah, I got 13.
Okay, cool. I'll say that you hear some muffled voices and you're not sure how many are in there. Callum, with a higher perception check, you hear some muffled voices that are quite high. And, like, kobolds. Kobolds have the kind of high voices. And then after a few moments, you hear one very low voice, very low, rumbly voice.
Sounds like he's bad news.
Yeah. Sounds... And you basically hear him talk and then you hear a yelp off one of the kobolds.
Sounds like they're having an argument in there. Whatever it is not pretty.
Can you hear much more than that?
Well, all I can hear is like a couple of kobolds and maybe some big growly guy. They appear to be having an argument of some kind.
I don't suppose you know which language they're arguing in.
I can only
Well, we
understand
speak in
orc.
Orc
I can only
Kobolds.
understand common and orc, and that's definitely not orc.
I will say
Do
that
they
the
speak
kobold
deep
are
speech?
speaking...
Is that what it is?
No, it would be Draconic. The kobolds are
Draconic,
speaking
that's
are
what I meant.
common. I'll say it's common that they're talking in. And it was... the argument you could basically hear was along the lines of, "I don't want to go outside this time, it's your turn." And then the big one basically saying, "Shut the fuck up, you're going outside."
They don't want to go outside, I wonder why. Could it be
Whatever.
the sun?
Could we bring the
So-
shade down around their heads?
Or we could tear the shred down. Don't worry, you can still do some destruction. Or
Okay.
construction, if you will say.
Well, if we do that, that'll create noise and record to the village.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. We don't
That
want
is
to get
true,
any.
yes.
I did have the idea of burning it down, but that'll
That would
attract
still cause- That
had-
still cause a lot of noise.
I
I
thought
didn't mean to laugh
maybe-
there, Jim. It's just, it makes me laugh so that I had that idea of burning it down. It's like, most of my ideas involve burning it down. But
I thought maybe
If we do-
speak to the Sea King. Tell him what's up. Say to him, we know you're hungry. If we lure them out and give you food, would you help us?
Before you do that, can I
Now,
go
all the
up to the
cobalt-
door and try to lock the door and lock them in.
Yes, you
Like,
could do
get
that.
something to put in to start, not let them out.
That could work.
They won't stay. There is a big guy in there, so they probably won't stay trapped forever. Maybe for a time, but certainly
Yeah.
not forever.
I'll hold them at bay so we can communicate with Sea King.
Okay, who wants to hold the door? Who's strong?
I'll-
'Cause I ain't.
I'll hold the door.
Would you like me to help?
Hold the door. Sorry.
I'll hold the door.
Ah,
You go.
very amusing.
Hold the door.
Hold the door.
Just,
Hold the door.
Oh. Okay, I'll hold the door.
Right. So you're going to hold the door against the thing. Okay. So that is going to require some stealth checks from people who were going to
My idea was to try and get something like a bit thick branch or something to sort of put against the door so it doesn't open. But it's
I know
holding
what you
it.
mean. Or like
Uh,
a plank of wood or something.
Yeah.
Although it depends, because it won't have a handle, will it? It'll just have a...
Right. Okay. So a couple of things are happening here. So I'm assuming you have went back and you're like just you're hiding at some distance off. No, we're going to do this
Yeah.
branch the door. Right. To get a branch, you would have to go and physically get a branch, and it'd have to be a big, thick branch. Looking at the door, you think the door maybe opens in the way. So
Oh.
again, this is a shack. Like this is not like a well-built structure. This looks like maybe somebody would hang like just maybe they store food for the Sea King in there or something. You don't really know, but like it doesn't look like this was a proper dwelling. I will say it's stone built. It has a thatch roof. You could maybe stop
Could
the door.
set it on fire.
Set the roof on fire, yeah. You would then be dealing with. Oh, no, you think it's one. Right, come here, quick cuddle.
Then they'd all run out and the Sea King could eat them.
Right, off you go, right, enough. Right, love you.
I think
good
it's
night.
important that we have a conversation with the Sea King.
If one of you wants to try and go and communicate with the Sea King, I would suggest perhaps somebody that's got good animal handling. Or can speak to
I-
animals.
Good animal handling. Who else
Can
has
any of
animal
us
handling?
speak to him?
Hmm.
I mean, we all have it, but I'm not proficient in it.
I would
I
say
just
that
only
this is
got-
going to take a level of proficiency because it's not just walk up
I
and you
only
throw a
got
fish at its face and be like, do as I say! It's going to be like, doing like Crocodile Dundee, like, anyone over the age of 30 that knows that reference?
Yep.
Crocodile
La, la,
Dundee.
la, 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 la.
I've never watched that film. But I do get it.
Natalie?
I think my hair just turned
Got
grey
plus
there.
proficiency.
I've got +5 and proficiency in animal handling. So
You do it.
I got plus. I
okay.
only got +2. So.
I'll go with you, but you do it. 19.
Oh, Mr. Sea King!
Right, sorry, Rich, what did you get 19 for? Sorry, my dad messaged me there and I had to look and see what it was in case it was important. It wasn't. So, what was that?
Oh, I just sent you a meme.
What did you roll a 19 for? Animal handling.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So, you just go back, and what have you got to feed it?
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. We need something.
Lead it to the shack.
Wait, did we not hunt for deer?
So yeah, you've
And
got some
stuff to
rabbits
feed it
earlier on. So
previously.
yeah, that's what I'm asking. So you've got some stuff, yeah?
I'll give
yeah,
it back
c-
to my rabbit.
So you
Where
still
did
like-
I catch it, dear?
I think he's
I
got
couldn't
some
have carried
rabbits
it.
and
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
I'm gonna-
This whole time you had a deer over your shoulders.
Yeah.
There were a
It's like,
couple of
what are we
rabbits.
doing now, guys?
I'm sneaking with the deer. Okay, right. So you got some rabbits. You got some food. You got some food that you cooked over the previous night. You've got some stuff. Okay, that's fine. With your 19 animal handling, you flick a couple of bits of the food into the water, and you see like a large claw come up and go down, and then come up, go down again, and then come up and go down again, and then like a fucking giant ass crab kind of like pokes its head out and looks at you. And crabs are pretty goddamn horrifying. But yeah, you see a crab guy.
Yeah. This was
Not a crab guy,
the
sorry.
claw.
A giant ass crab.
Holy shit.
He looks at you. And
Yeah.
he
I'm
can move
going to give
towards
him a
you.
respectful bow.
Ooh.
Yeah, same. I just copy whatever she does.
Okay.
Alice does. That's her name.
I think I can show you. I think I can show you his face. There's crab face.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, he's quite nice.
Well, I don't mean cute, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, you bow in the, for whatever level of intelligence these things have. Don't think it's that high, to be honest, guys. But
Oh, hail the crab!
well, just to clarify, how many people have came up to the Crab King?
I think it's just
Yeah,
me and
I'll
Rachel.
stay back.
I'm just making sure because quite often a lot of people seem to turn. I'm like, right, have all 5 of you went up to the Crab King? Because that's a different thing's happening now, right? So 2 of you went
I
to the
don't know
Crab King.
what
I'll
Callum's
just
doing, but
behind-
he's just doing like a creep around the wall kind of thing.
Hello.
I like to think that some of these are just now by
Stay here supporting
the
you guys.
shed, and you're like,
Yeah.
it's filled with the enemies.
I'm just watching in case the guy comes out.
That's fine. Maddie, based on what you know of crab and your animal hunting, looks hungry.
So I'm going to pull out another couple of rabbits and hold them out and then just drop them in front of him and take a step back to let him get them.
Okay, hang on, please.
No, I'm going to
Right,
bed.
right, well, okay, right, cool. So, yeah, you throw over the rabbits and it kind of rips them apart and like sticks them in its mouth, and then it kind of like motions.
I'm just
I'm gonna-
gonna point to the cabin and go, food?
Roll me an animal handling.
Oh. Nope.
It points to you, and then
Ah.
you guys have got rations. You can just keep feeding it.
I'm going to reiterate what Willow has just said and point to the cabin and go, there's food in there. Come with us, we'll get you food.
It moves forward.
Cobalt. Yummy.
Give me. Is anyone proficient in persuasion?
Um,
No.
I'll tell you what I'll let you do. Maddie, you're
Sort of.
proficient. Give me an animal handling check at advantage because you have just fed it.
Ooh.
I will say this is a DC 15.
She got 17.
yeah.
So it's got 15 and a 17. Okay. It starts coming up behind you. So you hear this. And it's big. Like, it's like pretty goddamn big as it's kind of coming along. Yeah, it can move. It keeps up with you. It's large. And what he's doing.
I'm going to look at Willow and say, should I lead it up to the front door, knock on the front door, and run?
Ding dong ditch. Sounds
Yep.
like a good plan.
I love that idea. I was going to suggest something else, but
It's
that's
like
way
the
cooler.
reverse
Yeah, I am going to step back and draw my ball, but stay out of sight.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I'll let this happen. That's great fun. So you go up to the door. I'll say that the 3 other characters, you have moved a little bit of a distance away, and you're still kind of hidden in your ghillie suits and whatever. You used to get up, and then he's leg it. And then a kobold kind of like confusedly opens the door. And Sea King is going to do what Sea King does. So, let's have a look. Sea King rolls an attack. He gets an 18. Sea King grabs the kobold. Now these things have, I think it's like 5 hit points. So let's see. They are not particularly strong. Yes, they have 5 hit points.
Can I
his attack
cast-
does- Holy shit. Okay.
Can I cast Firebolt on the shack so, like, when it catches fire and the smoke goes out and the kind of can't breathe, they run out?
Oh, that's
Can I do
clever.
that?
You are free to do that if you want. Do you want to do that
I would
immediately, or
like
do you want
to
to
do
see
that.
these crab, what the crab king gets up to first?
I'll do that
Okay,
because
good.
before he tries to go in.
What I'll say is that
Well, you know.
Firebolt doesn't work the same as like Fireball. Firebolt is like an intense heat that hits things, so it's going to take a few firebolts to set it on fire. So it's going to take a couple of rounds, alright?
Well, it's a cantrip, so
Yeah, it's just basically every 6 seconds. Like, phew. I will say this is going to cause some commotion, and people are going to come and look because there's going to be fire.
okay.
But that's fine.
Damn. Have I got another spell I can use?
So anyway, Crab King
No, I don't.
grabs the
I'm
first
doing
one,
that.
gets 14, which fucking triple murders that kobold. So he just kind of halves it and just kind of like it just kind of mows into it, just ripping it apart and just like throws it down.
Eating it like a toddler with a cheese string.
Effectively, yes. Another kobold kind of comes out, and it's going to go for that because he gets 2 attacks. Crab King goes for the second guy. Gets a 19. Holy shit. 10 bludgeoning, more than enough to kill the second one. You then hear
he's gonna be fine.
An expert.
Seeking is wiping the floor.
Well, these are the wieners that it's killing, right? There's a bigger one in there. And also, this is an animal. Animals tend not to like getting hit, so you know. So yeah, the first 2 kobolds that come out, it just grabs them both, halves them, and it just starts kind of like pushing them into its kind of horrifying face and just like peeling the flesh off them. You get the impression that the Sea King wasn't that impressed with the kobolds in the first place. They either weren't treating it well or they weren't feeding them enough. And as you've previously learned, he's kind of a dick. So he's going to have to roll some initiative with a bunch of NPCs. Sea King gets a 12. Kobolds get a fucking +2, so they get. Kobolds are getting 13, and the other guy that's in there got a 4. So the first 2 kobolds are going to try and hit him. They do. Oh Jesus, they suck so bad. Okay, 18's going to hit, and 16 is definitely going to hit. They both do a D4 plus, so 2D4 plus 4 will be. They get 8 damage on Sea King. It's now his turn. You see him now. At this point, he goes into the shack and you lose sight of him. He gets 1. He gets another. We already have been aware that he is just massacring these things. Yep. You hear 2 other screams, and they just get cut off. So it's like whatever he'd done it quick, and they did
Can I get close to the shack just in case he starts getting injured?
If you guys want to try and get up there now, I will let you have this round, and then if you end it quickly, I'll say you can get inside and hide before anyone comes to look.
Yeah.
So I will say that once you're in there, it's a melee because it's just going to be you all crushed in there, a big giant crab, and an angry troll.
Okay, there's a troll in there. Great.
Okay, it is now the troll's turn.
Well, that's 1 of 5 trolls, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back outside and pick anyone off that manages to get past the king.
Okay. So he's gonna go hit and a miss, or not very much damage at all, and he's gonna try that. It's just a hit. Okay. Now it's the troll. Now it's the Sea King's turn, who is incredibly powerful, which I didn't realise how strong he was. Anyway.
I'm actually glad we did the walk him up to the front door plan.
Yeah, that's genius. I love it.
He gets a hit, and then he also has to. Now the troll has to try and escape. Okay, which is okay, so he's 10 damage, and then he has to try and escape this, or else he's grappled, which he easily gets out. Okay, right. So everyone, tell me what you've just rolled for initiative.
Natural 20 for 23.
16.
Yep.
23.
Okay.
Hey.
I'm just trying to find it. Sorry.
Top. If you look at your character sheet, mate, it's like the top. Actually, I think it's. See right in the middle of it, your character sheet. So you get your name in that, and then it says armor class, initiative, and then speed. Just click on initiative. Okay. Or in your case, it'll be. Yep, there you go, mate. Perfect. 13. Okay. And Ross, what did you get, mate?
I just rolled a D20. Did my roll come up there? I'm not sure.
No, I've never seen it, mate. No.
Hold on.
Yours will be D20 plus. Oh wait. No, yours is still broken, mate. It's actually not putting your stats in properly. It's put your strength at -4. Jesus Christ, I don't know what's going on with that.
Oh God.
Oh, let me just.
My thoughts anemic.
Oh, see. Okay,
it's like in the new Legends of Vox Machina when a Grog goes all skinny.
Oh. I meant to swallow that. No, that's.
Okay, let's see if we have to try and fix that. Alright, let's... Nope, not that one.
Sorry, guys.
That's alright.
Don't worry about it.
So, this. That's fine. Okay, we'll have to come back to this because... Right, Ross, what I'm going to quickly do, mate, is I've just put your character back to level 1 and see if you want to just...
Okay.
See, I actually done all this and then I thought it'd actually sorted out, but it must have blanked it at the last second. Piece of crap. Because it's got it all here. Abilities, what should be standard array. Strengths. There we go. Also fine. Okay, but so what happens? Top of the round, Rachel, sure, go. What you doing?
Has the troll run outside?
No, the troll is kind of pushed up against the wall with the giant ass crab. I will say that you can see it though.
Okay, so I will cast okay, I'm gonna cast Scorching Ray.
Nice. You get 3 then, don't you?
Yes.
Nice, go for it.
Okay. Nat 1.
Okay, that misses. I'm actually going to say that's going to hit the Crab King.
Oh, fuck. 12.
12 does not hit, no. I'm going to say that hits the back wall.
Oh, 24.
24 definitely hits. Give me some damage.
7.
7, fantastic. Okay, cool.
Shit, I hit the Crab King.
Roll me some damage for the Crab King hit.
Oh dear. 5.
Okay, Ross, now you've got a character sheet, mate. Okay, 5 hits, so hits the back of the Crab King. The Crab King, of being a crab, can't just turn around and be like, what the fuck, because he's a crab. But
sorry!
As much as you've got to know him, he did not like that. Anyway.
No.
Right, so who was next in the initiative? Who was after 24?
Me. I was 23.
Sorry.
Go for it.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move Ronan because he's like a bonus action. And I'm going to get him to where the troll is. And then I'm going to get him to bite the troll.
Ooh, nice. So I'm going to say that he actually jumps up on top of the Crab King. And just, as the Crab King's like trying to like hit the crab with his spear, Ronan just goes in and like locks on his forearm. So give me an attack roll, please.
Yep.
You roll to beat.
Right, where's nothing?
To beat the Troll King's AC is a 14 or above. Will beat the Troll King, the Trollkins.
So I'm gonna roll to see if I hit. So did you say I have hit?
No, you need to roll to. So you need to hit first,
right.
yeah. So whatever his attack is. Yeah.
Like life, it's hit or miss.
It's counted as a melee weapon attack.
You've got them on your.
Where's the?
There's Wolf there, right? So basically, for Wolf, it's a +4 to attack. So just roll a d20 +4. 9 ain't gonna do it, unfortunately. So no, it goes into snap, and the troll just as at the last second manages to use the top of the spear, just kind of bumps him back. I'll say that the dog's just kind of like at that point just falls to the side, and it's not in any particular damage, but the Crab King is kind of like pushing him against the wall now. Can you do anything else?
Nope. The only thing I can do is my movement now. So I'm going to get in close as well.
Yeah, I'm saying that you basically kind of push yourself up against the door. There's quite a scrum going on in there now. Okay, so the next one on the melee, the initiative, the Crab King's at 14. It was anything above 14. Ross, you can roll your initiative now if you've not done it already. Right? Go for it, James.
Is the troll against the wall of the?
I will say whatever you do to attack him, you've got advantage in this because he's directly engaged with a giant fucking crab.
Right. If he's against the wall, I might go to the other side of the wall and just put my saber right through it.
Right, that's a stone wall we're talking about, Jim. It's a house, so you have to go around the back of the house. And I'm not letting you do that.
I thought you said it was wooden.
I said specifically it was stone walls with a thatched roof.
Damn it,
I didn't hear that. Right, okay. So I'm going to try and find a wee space to get my repair in.
I mean, you could just shoot me with your bow, but it's up to you, mate. It's on you. There's a lot going on in there.
Right, I'm going to stay back. I'm going to shoot with the bow then. I'll do that.
Right.
I got 11.
11's going to miss, mate. You shoot in, but it's quite hard to see what you're shooting at, and you hear it clatter off the back wall.
What about the? Doesn't he have an 18 advantage?
He does have advantage because he's engaged with an enemy. Yes. So did you get an 18 for? Is that your advantage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
In that case, you get damage, mate, and your sneak attack. So go for it.
Yeah, cool.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well noticed.
6 and my sneak attack. I got
D6 for your sneak attack, mate.
Yeah, I'll do that now. D6. 5.
Okay, that takes him down to a lower number than he was at before. Okay, cool. It is now. Anyone else to go before the Crab King?
I'm going to try and
13.
take a swing at him.
Right. If you were 18, Callum, it's your go, mate.
I'm 13. Sorry, 13.
Oh, 13. Sorry. And Ross, what were you, mate?
I don't think I rolled yet. I'll just D20.
D20 plus 2, I think.
Alright.
Okay, you're not going now, mate. Okay, cool. The Sea King's going to take a couple of claw attacks. That's a hit and a hit. 8 damage and 11 damage. The crow, he's now got them in both claws, and the troll's got to try and get out of this twice. He makes it and fails. So he manages to knock one claw away, and the other one just kind of grabs him right round the kind of throat area, and he's choking. He's now grappled, so you all have advantage in all your attacks because he's restrained. Right. So again, there is a bit of a scrum in there. Normally, I'd be like, we need to do some disadvantage in that, but let's just keep it moving. So the next person to go is going to be Callum. Fuck this guy up.
I'm going to cast Radiant Sunbolt.
Radiant Sunbolt.
Basically, I can hurl like a searing bolt of magical radiance from my fists.
Yeah, just you repulse or blast out your fist. Go for it. Give me an attack. It's at advantage, mate, because he's restrained.
I can't seem to select that. Hang on. I'm just gonna roll a.
Just a D20, mate. Plus, I think it'll be +5 or something. Mate.
Okay, so D20 plus 5. No. Whoops.
What'd you get?
Okay. 16.
16 is enough to get him, mate. So you've got it. Radiant. Yep. That's such a weird thing. Radiant symbol. Okay, cool. Tell me what kind of damage that does, mate, because I am not familiar with it.
So it's damage that is a D4.
Oh, I see you. Yeah.
2. 2.
Okay, so 2.
You add your dexterity modifier to its attack and damage rolls.
Which in your case would be a +3, mate.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 5.
Okay, cool. So you do some damage. Yep, he's looking hurt. He's looking pissed off. Okay, so
and it's sunlight. And it's sunlight as well, so they won't like it.
He doesn't like it. Yeah, he's like, that hurts my eyes. Also, I'm being bludgeoned to death by a giant crab. It's not the worst thing that's happened to me right now. But yeah, he doesn't seem to be having a lot of fun.
To add insult to injury.
Okay. I should actually give the troll his turn, but I forgot. So he's going to just try and get away from this goddamn crab because it's fucking him up. Let's have a look. He's going to take a spear attack. Hit. Although I'm going to say it's at disadvantage because he's restrained, so it's still a hit and a real hit. So Sea King is going to take some more damage. He's looking alright, but he's looking like he's taking a couple of blows. And he's going to try and just bite it, which is probably not the best idea, and does not work out well for him, so he chips a tooth. And he's still restrained though.
1 damage.
He didn't want to use his action to do that. That was not worth it. Okay, cool. So, Ross, it's your go, mate.
I am. Right, what am I going to do? I'm going to use Reckless Attack and try to spear the troll in the throat.
Go for it.
Rage. Rage. Do it.
I believe he went to rage there, and then his audio cut out, so we just got and that was it. I assume that he is raging at this point.
He raged so hard.
I would like to rage.
Okay, you got advantage in the
He
attack,
raged
mate,
so hard,
but you've hit him anyway. Roll another d20 just in case you get a crit.
Okay.
You definitely hit, so do me some damage. What are you using? Is it your Warhammer you were using, or?
I'm gonna go for the spear. I'm just gonna try.
Oh, you're gonna use the
stabbing him
troll
in the
spear
throat.
just to insult him slightly.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Piss
Okay,
them off royally.
okay,
Which one's that I roll?
that is I'm going to be honest with you, the spear's not as good as your other weapon, but it's a d8 plus your strength modifier.
Alright.
Plus your strength modifier, which is +3, so that's 10 damage. I'm going to say that if you hit him again, you're probably going to knock him out if you get a solid blow. If not, there's going to be some people coming to see what the kerfuffle is. So he's looking real hurt. So roll your damage. Or roll your attack. Sorry, I rolled 13 plus your 5 definitely hits him. Are you going to use the spear again, or are you going to whip out one of the other weapons and try and knock him?
I'll smash him with my warhammer.
Nice. Roll me another d20 just to make sure you don't crit. Ah, yes, there's a crit. That's what I was looking for, mate. So what we want you to do, mate, for your Warhammer, let me just make sure I got this right. Where is Hammer Shag? It is a d10. So roll me a d10. Oh, that's a shame.
That's 4.
But I'll tell you what, just for funsies, because it's not a serious game, we're just going to do double damage, right? So if it's a crit, you get max damage, mate, right? So d10 is 10, damage 20, plus 3. And just smash his head, you catch it, and his head just goes straight against the wall and just like squashes like a big melon. To the point where everyone who can see it, who's in
tastiest part.
Give me a constitution check. 13 constitution check, or else.
Are you talking to me?
Anyone that's seen that, give me a constitution check.
Oh.
20!
17 plus
6, I throw up.
something.
You see like a troll's head just.
19.
If you roll 13
I've
or
seen this
above,
before.
you're fine. If below 13, whoa, that was disgusting.
Oh my! Wow, this is awesome. No.
The troll is regenerating, but the Crab King's also eating him. So you know what to do to stop him regenerating.
I will set him on
Holy
fire.
okay.
I will say, as opposed to setting fire, you just firebolt him in the face, and that just seems to shut it down because he's at 0 health. He stops regenerating.
Yeah, okay.
If you
Then
set
I'll
him on
do
fire,
that,
it means that you're all in a small room that you've set on fire.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Do I need to cast another sunbolt?
Okay, and you just another sunbolt. Now, you hear some noises coming from the battlements. What he's doing.
Oh shit, they found us.
They've not found you yet, but that was a very quick. You basically got, you just got lucky. So, what he's doing?
We need to go quick.
Yeah.
We're doing got some real time.
Mr. Crab King.
Let the king recuperate, and we'll come back. She'll come back tomorrow during the daylight.
Yeah, you go back to sleep.
Look at Jim being all sensible.
Yeah.
So look at James being all sensible. Okay, so he's all Scarper. I am going to need a group stealth check if you're just fucking legging it. Fuck this.
13.
13?
23!
23, okay.
14.
Shit.
14?
18.
18. And Ross?
1.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I am going to say the DC for this is going to be 14. If they roll a 14 or above, they see you. Below 13 or below, they miss you. I will say 2 kobolds run over. They're both going to roll at disadvantage. And you guys are scarpering. Now, you are still kind of like stealthed up, so there's a possibility they'll miss you. Let's see what they get. Now, their perception is dog shit, right? So.
You say that.
Oh, don't worry, guys. It was a 7 and a 17. Oh, I think they've seen you. Yep.
Uh-oh.
They get a -2 to their perception. So 1 runs up.
Rolled quite high then.
They did, yeah. They got a. It was a 7. Oh no, it's not. It's disadvantage. I'm thinking it's advantage. No, never mind. They never seen you because it was a 7 and a 4. They rolled. I was doing it the other way in my head. No, they rolled poorly. Yeah, they rolled like a 5 and a 2. So when you put in their minuses they get for perception because they are terrible. So they run over, and you guys manage to run. There's a small dip. You're just going to slide down the dip, and you kind of hear them yipping. What they see is the Sea King, and they're yipping to each other. You kind of catch bits of it. Some's in common, some's in Draconic. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Nope.
No.
What you catch is something about the big crab. The big crab's eating them. Tell the boss. But and then they run off. After about 5 minutes or so, you see the Sea King kind of like backs up out, dragging what's left of the troll behind him, and he just goes back into the water. Are you hanging about? What are you doing?
If they've gone to tell our boss the Sea King's eating them, I wonder if they'll come back and try and kill the Sea King.
Well,
Yeah, I think we should hide. And
I think
try
we
and
should
protect the
hide.
king.
And yeah, I agree.
Hide with a giant fucking crab with our backs.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
either we hide them or we keep watch over Sea King so that they don't come and try and harm.
Yeah. I
They'll come for
think
us.
half of us can sleep and then the other half stay awake. Well, no, you only need 1 or 2 of us awake at a time, don't you?
Right. Are people staying here to protect the crab?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
I'd like us to be somewhere that we can hide, but still within.
Right. What I'm going to say
shot.
is, if you choose to leave, who's leaving and who's staying? That's what I need from you.
I'm going to stay.
I'm gonna stay.
Holy shit! So
Okay.
Right, 3 of you are staying to protect the crab. Yep, cool. So 3 of you stay, and 2 of you are going to back off, like snake back up the hill and find some kind of coped area to like hide in and rest. Is that right?
Yep.
I'm not trying to trick you. I'm just making
Doesn't
sure.
feel right.
It
Doesn't feel right.
This is not going how you expected it, is it?
It always surprises me. I'd be like,
It never does.
I'd be like, fuck
I guess
that
I'll
crap.
say-
Like, he's
Okay,
fine. It's the
okay.
Sea King, man. He'll go into the wood, whatever. Yeah, who knows what he's going to do?
I
Let's
know.
find out.
I'll just stay too.
So 4 of you are staying to protect the crab. Okay, cool. Yeah, wonderful.
Technically 5, because the wolf's here as well. Ronan's still.
So the
You know,
only person that leaves
And
is
my
Warren
hawk's here.
and your hawk, right?
Oh
so,
yeah, you've still got your heart.
No,
So-
I'm not. I'm staying.
Right, so all 5 of you stay to watch
It's a
what happens.
unanimous
I'm
vote.
fine with it. I just was making sure. Right.
Yeah.
It's on you. So first thing that happens is you notice flocks of the ravens, the unkindness of ravens, start circling the area.
Mm.
They land on the walls. They land on the hut. More kobolds come over, and these ones have kind of like they pulled like they've like cut some guys and kind of pulled them over a bit. And you see 4 trolls come to the wall, and they come up and then they kind of like they jump down. Like the walls aren't massively high; these guys are quite tall, and they kind of like lower themselves and they drop down. And after a few moments, a troll that looks different. She doesn't stand quite as tall as the other ones, but she has the long dreads and the kind of like the long nose and the kind of like the large tusks and everything. And she comes over and she jumps down as well. She seems fairly agile. She walks to the water, and she does that, and the water opens, and you see the dead troll lying at the bottom. And she points at the Sea King, and she starts talking in a language you guys don't understand because you don't speak crap. It appears that she can speak with animals. Now you don't know what happens because she's on, but then she walks in and she walks out dragging what's left of the troll. And then she points to the birds, and she makes bird noises, and the birds all take off. And then one of the trolls picks up what's left of the corpse and kind of walks back into the village.
They don't hurt the Crab King.
You don't know what she's done to the Crab King. You just know that they spoke to the Crab King, and then he gave up what they'd given him.
Should we go check on him?
Well, right now the place is kind of on high alert.
All right.
Yeah. Now, more birds have turned up. You guys are down in a dip. You aren't hidden anywhere. Can you give me some stealth checks? I'll say this is individual stealth checks. This is going to be against the group perception of a flock of ravens.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I'm going to tell you right now, right? Anyone who rolls lower than like a 15, they see you. And if they see you, they're going to very quickly see your friends, regardless of how well stealthed. No, actually, they're all really high. They won't see them. But the birds start circling. And it's cool.
I am gonna attack the troll.
Right.
Could be a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it.
A couple 100 feet away because you ran back, and they're at the village. So when you say you're going to attack the troll, do you mean the female?
Oh wait, how far away is she then?
She is a distance away. There was the moat, there was the palisade, so she only came down there, went into the water, came back out, and then she moved towards the village. You guys stayed at not the hut.
Okay, then I'm not going to do that.
So if you try to attack her, that would involve you doing a lot of things.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to go over to the Sea King.
Right.
And
all the things are still going on there. There is still a line of kobolds on the wall. There is a crowd of ravens flying above you, and there is several trolls there. The water has been back in.
I'm going to hide.
Yeah,
I'll try my best to hide.
Right, well, you've just been discovered by the ravens. They were flying, and they are circling you. Right?
Oh, crap.
You then hear like a bell, a loud noise coming from the village. One of the trolls comes bounding back, and they start pointing in your general direction.
I
think it's time to attack.
No,
I don't want to run.
Yeah, if we run, we're dead. If we fight, at least we can take some of the bastards with us.
Yeah, we go out swinging.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, sister, I'm with you.
I'll see my comrades again.
I would like to.
Right, combat's not started yet. Let's take a breath. Right? I know everyone loves to punch things, right? But let's things happen first, okay? So, the trolls point in your direction, and they take running leaps and they actually jump over the moat itself, because these are big, tall, athletic warriors, and they stand and they wait. Then you see the troll female bounding back along the wall, and she jumps over, and she stops and she listens. And then she goes and she says something to all the kobolds. None of you speak Draconic, so you don't know what it says, but she speaks in their language. And they leave. A few moments pass, and she turns back round. And then she takes a few steps back, and then she runs, and then she leaps over that. And the the trolls are standing in front of her, spaced out a bit. They're not like clumping up or anything. This is not their first rodeo. And they walk towards you. Now, the birds are still squawking and cawing and circling.
I'd like to turn... We turn to Will and say, burn the roof. Thatch roof.
I'll do exactly what he says.
Okay. The roof is a building of a stone building which is about 50 feet to the right of these guys. So like they're walking towards you, but they're not like under the roof. You'll just be setting fire to a roof. That is what you want to do.
I thought that might give us some distance because they don't like light.
The smoke could
they're
act
out
as a
in sunlight
distraction.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or the smoke is screen.
If you want to, okay, I'll tell you what. If you want to take a shot with your bow, like Senator Fran trying to shoot at the roof, or you want to start shooting fireballs at the roof, you can.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Okay. So they walk towards you, and they're about 100 feet away. The troll female kind of like stands flanked between a couple of them, so there's one about maybe 10 feet on the side there.
I'm just going to start a shout, stop! Like that and see what happens.
She'd already stopped. Okay, yeah. She's like.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No.
Are you guys trying to outsmart me or something? I'm just telling you what happens. Like, this is what she's going to do. I mean, at every moment you're like, stop her
I'll
doing
say
your thing.
that before she stops, so it's cooler.
Okay, yeah. The moment before she stops, you stand up and say, "Stop!" And she looks at you, and like the tossed grin kind of like widens a bit. She kind of like flings some of the dreads out of her face, and she went, "You all better come into my view. I know there is 5 of you there. Stand before me."
I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna get.
If you wish, I could
close.
send the birds to harass you. And she does that,
I'll
and like 30
get
birds
closer.
just swoop down at you.
No, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'll walk up closer.
No, stay
I
there.
hate birds, except my hawk.
My half-orc just walks out and says, "Oh, you ugly bitch."
Oh dear.
She laughs. Orcs. You talk too much.
I'm a half-orc, you bitch. Get it right.
Why do I bother? I try to give you a chance to atone for what you've done to my child.
Oh
And
dear.
instead you talk of attack, of kill, of call me ugly.
Your child was an ugly bugger. He was good enough for the sneaking.
Yes. It hurt
Well,
me
you
so.
and your child attacked this village.
That is what we do. We attack. We have mouths to feed. But I
Well,
did
so
not
do
want
these
to come
people.
down here. This was not my idea. But I owed a debt.
To a mage by any chance. Mage.
No. To an ogre. And now I see you owe me a debt. For killing my son.
No, not really. I didn't actually kill him.
No, that was me.
That was the grab.
I smashed his head into paste.
You attacked you were almost responsible for the death of one of my children.
Not quite.
Go ahead.
To be fair, the one in the woods ambushed us. We were just peacefully camping.
Yeah, that was not our fault. I was defending my brother, I will have you know.
And
They tried to kill him,
and
and
your
he was up
son
a tree.
decided to attack us.
I will always remind you guys one at a time. See if you all talk. It just comes across as garbled, but I know what you said. Okay.
I could certainly still feel it from last night, from where your son sent his little cronies to bash me.
A group of heavily armed adventurers come in here. You are not here to make peace, to talk, to peacefully ask us to leave. You are
and
here
how
to
exactly
kill
would you know that?
Well,
you didn't give us the chance to talk.
What are you here for?
We came to find out what happened to the village.
We were forced into taking the village by one we owed a debt to.
Well, you're not forced, are you? Unless you're magically thingied.
No, we repay our debts. We owed him a debt.
See, not forced. That was a choice.
No, our debts are important. It was a blood debt.
How did you come to owe this debt?
We were on the run. We were almost killed. And this ogre, he saved us. He protected us. Now he owns us. Give me
You
a
could
history.
just kill him and then he wouldn't own you anymore and
Give
you'd
me a
be
history.
free.
Anyone give me a history check with proficient in history. Or actually just give me a straight
Oh,
intelligence
proficient.
check.
I'm not
Just
proficient.
give me a history check, anyone. I'll give you history,
Oh,
religion, or nature.
22.
Okay.
I got a 22.
These trolls of the north is that they take things like blood debts very, very seriously. It's basically what their culture is kind of built around. If you owe somebody, you have to repay
I
them,
wouldn't have said that
regardless
then.
of whether you agree with it or not. If they've saved you, you owe them your life, and you do as they say.
Okay.
There is ways out of it. Like, for example, if somebody came along and killed the ogre, then they would owe him because he's dead. But it's all very single-mindedly. It's like a kind of like law system that they have, which is different than human society. But they have to have things that have some kind of order. Otherwise, it's a free-for-all between giant monsters that want to kill each other. So,
How long
Are you okay there, Callum?
Oh, sorry, I'm just need a stretch. Sorry.
Okay. What was your question?
How long are you planning to stay here and where are you going next? Are you going to hurt somebody? Some people in the village?
So we are here until... Let me just get this guy's name right because he's got a name. Coquel. Until his cousins arrive.
Cousins?
Oh dear.
That is what he calls them. A group, a tribe, a herd of ogres.
Oh shit.
He says when they turn up, my debt is paid.
It's gonna be okay, right, well.
And they're going to take over the village and force these people to be their slaves. I find it distasteful.
Same.
Mm.
Okay,
No
so if
poison.
something happened to this ogre, what would you guys do?
Before we decide on that, there is a matter of my dead son.
Yes, okay,
We call it a blood debt. 100 gold for his life.
yep, I can do that.
Okay, yeah, I'll say it between you. You've got a couple of gold on you, so you could do that.
We should give them the gold, guys. Her, sorry.
Yep.
I say I'll give them hand over some of the gold. So
Okay, yeah. So yeah, use who wants to win hand of the gold?
I'll go hand of the gold.
I'll go with him. I'll go be like behind him. Actually, no, that might come across as threatening. I won't.
Yeah.
So you both want to attack. Okay.
No. Because it might come across as threatening, and that's not what I'm trying to do.
But yeah, you put the money in the bag. Right, so who's going towards them? Is it Warren? Okay, so Warren walks towards them. Are you taking your weapons?
No, I'm going to give my weapons to Willow.
Ooh.
Okay. Should take them and hold them.
Shouldn't we do an insight check or something?
Ooh, yes.
Check
Good thinking. Good
whenever
thinking.
these intentions are actually legitimate.
Well done, mate.
Smart. We don't think of things like that, do we, James?
Well, you were straight away like, let's set fire to things, let's just shoot them.
Yeah.
Right, I've got 23.
23.
Oh, oh shit.
Okay, 23. Okay.
I believe you.
What I'll say, Callum, you are not sure. You've not had much experience with these type of people before. Most of your dealings have been done with humans, elves, dwarves, that kind of thing. It's hard to read because you just don't know enough about them.
I believe you.
Mary,
I believe you.
You have, if not, you don't know a massive amount about their culture, but you have, and you've actually worked with some trolls before. Some trolls are fairly friendly. And like they're like yourself, like they're rangers. They maybe don't go into human society, but like in the outskirts of like outposts and that, where trolls trade. She seems to be being genuine. She does not seem to like slavery at all. She did not seem to like Coquel, and she does not like the fact that she's been forced to come down here because she knew that adventurers would turn up. Because she seems intelligent. What you know of ogres is that they're big dumb brutes, and they always try and take over small villages because they're stupid. And then people turn up and kill them. But she does seem genuinely aggrieved by the loss of her son. But when she talked about the blood debt, it appeared to be truthful. And I'll say with a 23, you're pretty damn sure that she was being honest.
So I'll take my weapon and give it to Mallow, and I'll just walk over. I'm going so I was sure that all my weapons are taken off. We'll take off my cloak and everything just to make sure.
So you stripped down your pants, yep, got you. So you're standing there in the buff, Willie dangling in the wind, yep. You walk towards her, and she's like whispers something to one of the other. Is this normal for these people?
No, I'm just showing that I'm
not
polite. And you walk towards her, and she holds out kind of like large hand, like very, very long fingers with like long black and cracked nails in them.
Yeah.
You hand her the money?
Yeah, I'm handing it.
Yeah, she grabs your hand and holds it. I appreciate that gesture. And she takes it and she like secrets in a pouch by her side. A couch that she's been carrying with her the whole time. She's old.
Couch.
That's the safest place for your money.
Down the back.
Definitely. Nobody's ever going to look there.
Yeah.
No. What I think we will do is me and my remaining children. We will go and scout the woods and look for dangers. But we will be back tomorrow to fulfill a blood debt to this ogre.
Where is this ogre? Because hypothetically, if something bad happens to that ogre and he, happens to die, randomly, would you, by any chance, want to team up with us and, defend against the ogres?
If that ogre is dead, then we leave and travel north back to our home. This place is too hot, too bright, and too full of this small book.
You sacrificed so much for this simple small village and for this ogre. I can respect that. You certainly do reserve respite after all this.
She kind of nods.
Could you potentially help us defend against the ogres? I understand if you don't want to.
You and your kin fight. You and your kin fight well. I'll give you that.
And you're not ugly, by the way. My friend's just angry.
We think you are very ugly. Big skin, green skin, distasteful.
That's fair enough.
You like
Yeah.
color of pigs.
Well, not the worst thing. Not the worst thing I've been called.
We will not fight with you. You are.
Okay.
This is not our fight. We do not want to be here. And with that, like they start loping off into the woods. But the kobolds have been dismissed, and these guys lope off into the woods. And then as she goes back 24
Can I
hours.
try?
I want to. Well, yeah,
I want to get the information of where the ogre is.
She says that it's in there's a name for it. There's one village. There's one inn in the village, and it's called the Frost Maiden Inn. And they tell you that as they leave. Sorry, Jim. What were you saying?
I was going to ask if there's an ogre in the village. If that ogre's in the village that's enslaved them. So
Yeah. The ogre is not left of the inn, as far as you know. That's what he says. Callum, what were you going to say, mate?
What?
I thought you raised your hand again, mate. I was just checking. Sorry. Cool. Right. So they lope off at the woods unless you have any further questions.
Guys, I think we should go to this inn and, take care of business.
Yeah, I can care about business.
Yeah.
I met you for a fight. Wait, what time is it? How far, son?
It is.
I will say that looking up into the sky, it is about 7 o'clock. And it is dark, it is starting to get dark. Clouds are starting to go over. They will not be fighting at disadvantage anymore.
Oh.
That's
Okay,
true.
maybe you should.
Most of the people have went with the ogre. They're off.
Yeah, maybe we should just stay here for the night.
But they might come back.
They've given you
They
24
will.
hours. They said they're going to return in 24 hours to
Right.
Yeah.
see what you're doing. So
So
basically,
if we wait till
start-
light, doesn't really matter the time, then that's when we can go and get them.
Yeah.
And then they'll have
I
no
can
death.
be like, yes. Yeah. I'm all for camping here.
All we need to do is show them the body of the dead guy and they can go back home.
Alright.
Being diplomatic is so much hard work.
Yeah, isn't it?
I'm channeling my inner Scott, by the way, guys.
Right, when you said you're going to camp here, are you going to camp here, or are you going to move off? I will say you're about 100 feet from a village filled with kobolds that have been dismissed but will probably return.
Okay.
Right. Find somewhere safer
And
to
a
camp.
not so friendly Sea King.
Well, I mean, he might still be friendly. You don't know what she's done to him.
Yeah,
you can
we
try and
fed her.
investigate that now if you want.
I mean, I suppose we did feed him an all-you-can-eat buffet, so...
Yeah. The kobolds might be scared of him if they try come and get us.
What do you want to do?
Should we go off and set up camp somewhere?
Yeah, find shelter for the night.
Yep.
Yeah, so obviously
Yep.
you just move back. You give it a few minutes and they kind of loop off at the woods. You notice all the ravens they fly off as well and kind of disperse into like smaller groups and kind of fly off into the distance. Use travel for maybe half an hour or so, and you find like a kind of wooded area that's kind of defendable, and you set up camp. As you're moving away, you do hear yips from the as it gets dark. You do hear yips from the kobolds. It looks like they're kind of fanning the area. So what I'll do is in this place you're hiding, if you guys give me I'll give whoever's proficient in stealth can do this. You like just try to like hide yourself. So one person, I'm going to assume it's going to be the ranger, or whoever's proficient in stealth can give me a roll at advantage, or two of you who's proficient in stealth can roll one each.
I've got a 5 and I'm proficient as well, so.
You go
I've
for it,
got
James.
6 plus proficiency.
Right, so basically, you're just trying to find a very
Fancy.
hidey
You
place.
go, Larry.
Right, roll at advantage. 19. Okay, cool.
That's good.
So I'm going to say that there's a few kobold groups that move around. I'll say that there's actually. Oh, let's the dice decide. That's always fun. 2.
Not the dice.
Well, out of the 6, only 2 head in your direction. Now they have got to make a roll to beat. I don't think they can actually beat a 19 now. Look at it because they've got -2 in the perception. So unless they crit, so a d20, an 8, and an 11. So you hide with no fire. He's all quiet. He's gonna like hide in amongst the rushes and the rats to like sleep or meditate in some cases. And you do indeed receive a full night's rest.
Yep.
As the night wears on, the kind of yippie gets further away. They don't discover you. Dawn breaks. I say that he's worked out a rotation for the watch overnight. Didn't really matter because you were hidden well enough anyway, and you weren't too feared of these guys finding you. Dawn breaks, and you can do what you want to do. How do you want to tackle this?
I think we should check on
just go
the
for it?
crab. I think we should check on the Crab King first and see if he would follow us.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So
But we don't want the Crab King to come in the village, though.
No, that would terrify everyone.
That would be a bad idea.
Not yet.
Yeah. We can check on him and ask him if he's doing okay. Like, have a problem, normal conversation as if we're talking to a person.
You can animal handling check the crab to see if he's okay, yes. Chill dance. Okay, yes, so cool. You just make your way back to the village. I'll say that you just know the blind spots now just to save a bit of time. And you manage to make it all the way back up to the Crab King again. And again, the 2 eye stalks pop out of the water and he sees you and he kind of comes out a little bit. Mary, you're the one that's good at animal handling. I'm going to say that you've learned enough now about how he communicates that you can roll me an animal handling check at advantage to see how he is. Jesus,
Shit,
25.
natural
Holy
20.
shit. Okay, right, fine. I was going to like...
Good roll.
It was actually
He's doing fantastic.
a 19 and a 20. I'm going to say
He's
that...
our best friend.
Yeah, because you rolled so high, I'm like, okay, he maybe been a bit pissed off at you, but like, it's almost like he understands what happened. He's like, oh, okay, I get it. The humans used to feed me. He does this all through gestures and motions. The humans used to feed me quite well, and then these guys didn't feed me so good, and then I maybe caused a bit of problem with that blue thing that I ate. So he's not blaming you, although one of these did shoot me in the back.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay, so yeah,
I will totally own up to that.
So because you got a crit, he is prepared to go through the village with you. But what I'll say, Mary, with that is that you get the impression that the Crab King wouldn't really know how to differentiate between a human and a kobold. And especially when he brings what he refers to, it's hard to guess, but it's almost like it's not like a horde with him. It sounds like they definitely wouldn't be able to differentiate between a human and a kobold.
Now, what I was suggesting is when the ogres come to get him to help attack us, not to get him to come with us now.
He's mine like ogres turning up, and yeah, what the impression that you get is that if you retake the village, he would be back under the control of the villagers, so they could perhaps use him against the ogres. It also kind of get the impression that this was very much because of the troll shaman that turned up. She could converse and kind of like convince him to do things, whereas other creatures would maybe find it a lot more difficult to do that because they wouldn't have the skill, the powers of nature like she had. Ogres tend, not all ogres, but the ogres that you've met tend to be more fighty and less magic-y.
Okay. Should we head to town now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're left with some options then, which we will pick up on next week because it is now 10:20. So the retaking of the village will be next week. You have overcome the Wormwood, the troll shaman, despite every attempt you made to attack her. Luckily, you let her speak. And paid her a meaningless amount of gold, because gold doesn't really matter in this game. Yeah, it's a one shot. You can do whatever you like. But we'll call it there. So what I'll say is we've got a game tomorrow. It's my game. The Expanse is running tomorrow. It's the first time we've done the actual game. There'll be 5 people in it, I think. So what watch it do? It might be good. I think the system's overly complicated, but at least the story might be fun. We're also playing on Tuesday with Richard's campaign, and on Wednesday Scott will be doing Demon Dogs, which I probably won't be in anymore because I am retired, unless I'm off that day, which is I will be.
Did you just say retired?
Retired, but yeah, retired.
I thought you said you're retired.
I'm retired from playing. Is there anything they want to plug?
I'm retiring from life.
If only.
Yeah, me too.
Please don't. We will miss you.
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
I don't mean it that way, but that means a lot to me. Thank you.
If you're in Scotland, some of us will be at Acme next weekend, so come and say hi. Yay!
Definitely.
Actually, on the subject of plugging, I'll actually be there to help out with my friend's stall rather than being a volunteer this year. So if you get the chance, come hit me up at the Polymorph Project and come buy lanyards and other geeky memorabilia that she's got for sale.
Do that. Do the thing. Or come and get a picture of me. I'll be Star-Lord or Billy the Butcher. Callum, you going?
Yeah, I'll be definitely going. Like, I'm not sure what to go as yet, but probably Moon Knight in one of those days. But anyway, see.
Nice. Ross, you going?
I'll be there for the Saturday. I've got a couple of party gigs on the Sunday, so just for the Saturday. But a couple of us are going to Buck's Bar afterwards if anyone wants to join.
There you go. So any weirdo that's watches this between now and next week, you can go to the bar with Ross if you want. Jim, you doing any pipe related stuff you want to talk about, or ghost related stuff, or pipe ghosts?
Now that sounds cool.
No, but we do have a few new places to visit in our Law Paranormal. So look us up and come be part of the investigation.
Yes, pay them money for tickets and they will take you around haunted places. Rochelle, is there anything you want to tell people? Find each other or something?
Love your pets.
Aww.
Don't be assholes.
Advice for life. Okay, well, thank you very much, anyone that ever watches this. We do appreciate it. We'll hopefully be back next Sunday, even though we'll all be shattered after being at a con. But yeah, much love and peace out. Bye.
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 Bye.